I'm standing on the start line. This is where I want to be. You're talking to yourself. You're nervous. Everybody's nervous. Everybody's panicking. Everybody, is finding it difficult to deal with. It's a stressful situation, but you're standing there and I tell myself, this is where I want to be. This is what I want to do. In 3.5 minutes will be over and I'll be the champion. The gun goes, perfect. I'm sitting pretty. I'm on the outside. 700 to go. Just relax. So you're sucking in the big one. You're trying to stay relaxed. Tap, tap, tap. Nice rhythm. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Bang. The crowd went silent, and I'm thinking, nobody's making any noise. And I was thinking, jeez, what's going on here? I got up and just started running. And for about 100 metres, I thought, I could get on. I could get on here. But, once the race got going with 450 to go, I never had a chance. I could never get involved. So the last lap, I'm thinking, I'll just hold it together, hold it together. 50 to go. Every camera in this place is going to be on my face. Don't swear when you come over the line. Don't make an idiot of yourself. I sort of jogged straight off, past the media, where there was nobody. I thought there was nobody. And let off a little bit of steam. Smashed the Powerade fridge and ripped the chair over, and I didn't know what I was doing. There will be another opportunity. That's the way I'm looking at it. And that race made me stronger. It frustrated me to no end, and I still talk about it with Gary when I'm running. It still motivates me to go and train harder. I've run some fast times, but that doesn't tend to get the same sort of exposure as performing at a major championship. First 8 or 9 laps, we were jogging, and my tactics were to get on the back of Eliud Kipchoge, who was the world champion from Paris 2 years before. It got a bit rough down the back straight. There's a bit of pushing, a bit of shoving, but I tend to be a little bigger, so I'm in a better situation than a lot of those guys. But I thought that I'd be able to get in front of him and cut him off a little bit into the bend and then go again in the straight. The aim is to get to the bend first and relax around the bend, because no one's going to try and attack you on the outside, because you've got to go a lot further. I didn't quite get to the lead. I got right up next to Seleshi Sahini, an Ethiopian guy. About 70 metres to go, I thought I was in trouble. I knew I was in trouble. I was tightening up, and people coming on the outside and on the inside, and I went from being in second to being in fourth and looking like I was going into fifth. And then I just fought on, instinct. It's a strange thing when so much effort has gone into it. I don't know. You're desperate. You got to be desperate, because everybody else that you're racing against is. I wanted a medal. I didn't want to go home with nothing, and I was in fourth. And I thought, shit, I'm going to get on the plane and go home with nothing. I've worked my ass off, and I've got nothing to show for it. Fourth, good result, but you don't get anything for it. It's a lot easier for people to understand, the level of athlete that you are if you get a bronze medal at something like the World Championships. It was awesome to be able to stand on the start line and felt that I belonged, and to stand on the dais knowing that I'd beaten everyone by 2.
Well, he's already been ranked number 4 in the world. He's got a bronze medal. I think he's clearly the best Australian distance runner we've ever had. In 20, 30, 40, 50 years' time, I'm pretty sure he'll still have the records.
Listen to that roar. And there is Craig Mottram. and he's about to take on the might of the Kenyans in the men's 5,000 metres, Steve.
We knew the Commonwealth Games was going to be, there's going to be a big build-up and a lot of pressure. I was in the paper every day. I actually went down to get a takeaway pizza one night and came back and read about it in the morning paper, which was unbelievable. They didn't have what kind of pizza I had. It was barbecue chicken, if anyone was interested. I thought that I was in such good shape that it'd be very difficult for anybody in the world to beat me. I've never been so ready in my life.
There's the gun. There's the cheer. And Mottram, he's not going to get caught in the pack, Steve. He quickly has made his intention clear that he's going to make sure he stays out of traffic in the early stages.
That's where I'm the most comfortable, when I'm surrounded by those kind of athletes, because they're the best in the world.
This is the sort of race that Craig would want. He wouldn't want a last lap sprint, as we saw in the World Championships. He wants to really take it to them over the last 3 or 4 laps if he's got the strength.
3 Kenyans were there. There was a group of Tanzanians, but they dropped. I think it was an African sandwich or something they called it on the television.
And Craig is right in the middle of it at the moment. Kenya, 1, 2 and 3. Australia 4, Tanzania 5, 6 and 7.
As I started to move to the front, the crowd got louder and louder, and I almost, when I hit the front, if you could zoom in on the picture there, I think I was smiling. I was hurting pretty bad, but I was smiling.
Mottram now moves to third, and he now moves to second.
He's throwing it down to him. This is what you've got to do. This is great running.
As they move up the home straight to get the bell.
The crowd's on their feet. This is an absolutely sensational race.
It was unbelievable. No one has ever heard anything like it, and I'll probably never hear anything like it again in my athletic career.
It's come from Chogi, though, looks comfortable too in second place. They're lapping everybody. The crowd is on their feet. Flags are flying. It's Mottram against Chogi.
They travel into the back for the last time. It's Craig Mottram and Augustine Chogi. A metre between them. Less than 300 metres to run. Chogi makes a move.
I don't know if I felt disappointed or not, because I knew at that point that I was in trouble. I couldn't beat him.